Hi, Hungries.
We're not ready. Wait. Let's start again.
For Hi, Hungries.
We're dads.
You spoke through. Hi, Hungries.
We're dads.
And this is the Dad vs. Dad podcast, remotely viewed.
That's right. We are very far away from each other. So this is the show where we do our mountain molehill thing. We bring in our petty issues. And we also talk a bit of garbage.
I got to tell you some news this
Sometimes.
week.
Yeah,
and then you can vote about things and all of that. But yeah, that's fun. Do whatever you want.
Yeah. Okay.
So this week, Rusty was on school holiday programs. So we sent him to a bunch of strangers to go and look at a bunch of kids. And they did little activities, and it was hilarious. But, so one of his school friends was there, and he's like, hey, that kid, he's at the school. He has a weird-shaped head, but he's cool.
Excellent.
And then proceeds to talk about what activity he did that day. Now, tell me, what is this? Because I still don't know. So he comes out and he's like, oh, that's right. Today, a lady with a possum, like not the skeleton part of the possum, but the skin, and it had no eyes. And she pulled it out of a bag and we got to pat it.
Yeah, okay. Yuck.
What? And so then he goes on about how there was an electric fence with foxes and possums and cats. And what did you do?
Where
So
was it?
I don't know. I think he went to he was saying it was like some Aboriginal thing where I don't know, there was like an area that they did like a sanctuary or something. But
Right.
the fact that he was talking about a dead possum pulled out of a bag, me and Opie started joking about it was just some stranger from the street pulling out dead possums.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, but he lost it as well. He thought it was hilarious. So yeah, that was the holiday program. But now, thank God, they're back to school because I think they burn more energy at school.
It's difficult.
Okay, like I never left. Oh, so how'd you go with Vera?
Yeah, it was good. Well, kind of good. It was okay. It was a pretty lazy one. We didn't do a whole lot of much because she had a belly thing going on. So she was really sore and unwell. So yeah, it was fun for her. A great way to spend her holiday. Although I think the second half was a much more relaxed,
more productive
situation.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, can't help being sick.
Yeah.
Good on her.
Okay, so today is a very, very special episode
Well, you better put my song at the
Because it
start of
comes
the
out-
episode.
on ANZAC Day, and it's Dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad! No,
Did
you have
you
to do the
notice?
song again
No.
on the episode.
No,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
just put it in. Just cut it in.
No.
Cut it in here.
Okay,
Here,
I'll cut it
right
in.
here.
I'll cut yours in here. Here's Kevin's
Yep.
song.
It's your birthday, Daddy. It's your birthday, Daddy. It's your birthday, Daddy. Have a good day, Daddy.
Why are you sharing my screen? Here's my
Thanks.
song. I wrote this for Dad.
Are you singing? You gotta sing.
No, I don't know the words. Hang on. I haven't written
I'll
words for
sing
it yet.
then.
I just wrote the song. Okay, ready?
Through. How I wonder if you're a dad. Dad, you're a champ. Did a thing with us and hung out with my good pal, Rusty.
I wrote that this afternoon.
Didn't Mozart write that?
No, I wrote that. You just heard it. I just came up with that just then, just for Dad. Happy birthday. And
Pretty
happy
good.
Anzac Day. Everyone else?
Yep. Go salute a flag.
Well, they'll have already done that. They've been to the dawn service. They're listening to us after they've saluted flags and watched some dudes do their army walking and stuff. You've frozen again, Kevin.
This
isn't going to work very well.
Yeah, we got...
freezing.
I'm doing my best. Hold on, I'm trying to check my interwebs. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm here. Alright, look, we're just going to have to gun it. Let's just do it. I know. I hope you enjoyed your dawn service. No, well, no.
Yep. And I hope you enjoyed that song, Dad.
5 a.m.
Happy birthday. Yeah. Yes, but they're going to be at the dawn service before they watch that. Okay. So, before we get started, we did have some things sent in. Sue sent in a joke.
A joke?
You've frozen again.
Listen, I can't see ya. I'm getting glitchy,
Sue
boys.
sent in a joke.
I'm getting glitchy, boys.
You can't see me?
I can hear you now.
Oh, God.
I've turned off all my internet.
Okay. So.
Go. Tell me your joke, Sue.
Jokes? This one's better if you're talking to your son.
Okay.
But anyway. Hang on. Sorry, I'm so prepared.
I have a good... Well, while you're waiting...
All right. Ready? Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Hike.
Hike who?
Unsuspecting son. Dad waiting with bated breath. Sets the perfect trap. Was a haiku knock-knock joke. All right. And one Tony sent in this one. He sent in a haiku. This isn't a joke. This is a haiku about my life.
Okay.
I am so tired. Where did all my money go? My back is hurting. It's a pretty fun one.
That is pretty good. I heard some good dad jokes this week. So,
hit me with one.
Okay, I'll tell you one because I only remember one.
Okay. Yep.
So, how do you tell the difference between a
You frozen.
girl
I
and...
can't hear you at all.
Fuck. How do you tell the difference between a boy ant and a girl ant?
You put it in water. Because if it floats, it's buoyant.
Thanks, Dad. You've been here before.
Yeah.
All right.
Dad, you any day. Okay.
Okay.
So, last week, half coffee drinkers won.
Yes, suck it, everybody else.
The rest were kind of tied. Cup Down has got one vote up, or a couple votes up, but a bunch of votes down as well. So it went, it got crushed by the down votes, which is why down votes should be banned.
Do you see how big of an issue that is? It's a non-issue, Jeremy. The fact that people are telling you stop being a sook
controversial. That's
and
why
stop
it's
having
zero,
spiders in your
because
cups. There was something to do with spiders in cups, right?
voting it down. It's going to be right on the line forever because
You're fucking frozen.
how controversial it is.
How are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
Can't
This
hear
is
you
a
at
you.
all.
That was a you problem. You disconnected.
That was a huge problem. Now, we've got... So, on Half Coffee Drinkers, Poke the Sleeping Cat says they should at least pretend to drink it, but discreetly water the closest pant, tip it into another person's cup when they look away, or throw it backwards out the window, etc., etc. I like
I wanted
idea of doing that, but not discreetly, like looking them in the eye and just tossing it behind you.
I want to join in your laughter, but we're lagging.
Yeah. There's huge problems.
I can't hear. Huge.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
How are we going to get past this?
Wait, I have an idea. Let's stop the screen to share.
Do you think that's it?
Yeah, it'd be smoother internet if we're not both sharing video.
We don't need to look at each other, right?
No.
Okay, I'll look at me then.
Now I don't know how you're reacting.
You'll hear me. It'll be like
myself.
It'll be like a phone call.
Yeah, phone calls are pretty fun. You're already clearer.
Yeah, you're
instantly clearer. That's 100 times better.
Oh.
So I don't have much else for news this week. That's about it. Just some fun jokes, a fun happy birthday song for Dad. Two happy birthday songs for Dad.
Mine was better. Mine was kind of Pink Floyd-y. So
we're editing this for tomorrow, and you're making me do extra editing work.
It's just a cut and paste in the wrong spot.
Oh, no, it's trickier than that. I've got to do sound, I've got to do all the levels and everything, and all the editing, and all the,
then,
what do you call it when you do sound stuff?
Don't just...
all the production?
So don't move it back and forth, just put it in, and it will work.
Nah.
The end.
I've got to do all the production on it.
Oh, don't product it.
It needs producting.
All right, well...
Okay. What's your dumb mountain?
Picture this.
Mm-hmm.
You met someone.
Ooh.
All of a sudden, you start getting these bubbly, happy feelings. Ooh, what is that? Ooh, is that warm? Oh, that's nice. Oh, but is it? Because it's also the worst thing ever. Love. My mountain is love.
Right.
So, I'll put a few points out. So, love, it's very gay. Okay?
It is.
When people talk about love and that saying, love is love, there's always a rainbow flag. And what does a rainbow flag mean? Gay. It's very gay.
So,
and that's fine.
Some people would say it's the best thing in the world.
Well, those people are wrong. Do you know what it does?
Some people would say it's all you need.
Well, the Beatles did. But they also had a lot of, anti-love, though, didn't they? No, they didn't.
Hate?
No, not hate. Not hate. No, they were very lovers. But it's very gay. So, if you think about it, think about all the terrible things that love does. And it doesn't have to just be between a man and a woman. It can be between a man and his, man and, I don't know, he's God.
A fine Cuban cigar. They're cars. They're computer.
Yeah.
Their drink bottle.
But think what love does. So people do really dumb stuff with love. So I've seen...
Dumb people do dumb stuff with love.
I've seen stories recently where a guy cheats on his missus. So do you know what the missus does? She goes and runs them both down, the mistress and the guy.
I've heard about that kind of thing.
People do crazy, crazy, stupid things with love.
So the problem isn't love. The problem is monogamous people.
Well, no, because
jealousy. They get too jealous.
Well, yeah, jealousy, but it's also because of love. You can't be jealous without love. You can't have ownership.
Yes, you can.
No, but there's a sense...
You absolutely can.
But there's a sense
of... See someone driving around in a car that you really want, you get jealous.
No, but I don't go...
Or they've got a delicious coffee and you don't. You get a bit jealous.
No, I don't do that. I've never done that. I've never been oh, you've got that and I don't. No, it's a weird sense of ownership.
What about success? You see a band that is doing really well and you're like, that could have been me.
No. I was always... So, coming from the music scene, I had so many friends like that see other bands that would be, doing well, and they would always be I hope that. But
That is such a lame attitude.
it really was. But every time I'd see those bands come out, I'm like, man, this is Canberra. You guys are coming out of this? This is so sick. Good work. Like, it was always that really encouraging thing for me.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Yeah. Especially when you see how hard they work on what they do. And, like, even if it's not the best music ever, you still see, like, okay, they're really passionate. They have the drive. Let them go. That's love. That's support. That's not jealousy.
It is love. That's love. That's great. That's great. You're right. Love is great.
No, it's
the best thing in the world.
Jeremy. Love is gay. Love is bad. Yeah. Love is stupid.
It's necessary.
Why is it necessary?
Everyone would be dead without it.
Well,
could you imagine if you didn't love your kids? How quickly would you kill them?
So quick, though.
You know, that first night of crying, done.
Yeah, but that's part of it. Like, you tolerate things that no one else in the world would because of love.
And we wouldn't exist without, because we wouldn't exist. We would be dead. And our ancestors would be dead because their parents killed them when they cried.
Love just, it's
essential for existence and for creating more people.
If people didn't have love, then religion wouldn't be such a big deal, and then wars and all of the other stuff wouldn't be so prominent.
Most wars aren't over love, to be fair.
They're over religion and rights and...
and oil.
Oil.
And terrorism.
And beliefs.
And land.
And beliefs. But
most of the time it's land.
So, what about Hitler? He had a love for Germany.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if he had love for Jewish people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been great. If he only had love for Jewish people.
But he didn't. He had love for Germany and then killed Jews.
But it was his hate that drove him to do that, not his love for Germany that drove him to do it.
It was his love for Germany.
No, it was his hate.
And not wanting to ruin it with the thing that he hated, which is the Jewish
love
people.
Is great.
I don't know. I don't think... You are the least likely person I've ever met that would ever think that love is good.
Yeah, well, I'm not capable of it. I don't have any of it.
See? You don't
I wouldn't
know
go near the stuff.
But
it's important. It's the best thing in the world.
How can you talk about love if you don't have it?
Well, I do love some things. I love video games.
Yeah, okay.
I love my car.
Yeah.
I love my computer.
Yeah.
I love my ukulele. Look at this thing. You can't see it.
I can't because we cut cameras. I don't know where to look now, by the way. I keep looking around the room like, does this look normal? Look, I'll pretend I'm like talking to someone. Do you? I do too, but I just feel stupid looking at myself. I'm like, I need to look over there.
I love myself.
See?
Big love for me.
Shut up and tell me, you dumb mountain.
My dumb mountain.
Yours,
is a fantastic mountain. Okay.
No.
What? Ready? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Picture this. Bright sunny day.
Can hear cockatoos.
You park your car. And you walk into your toilet. And you do your business, be it a number 1 or number 2. It doesn't matter right now.
Okay.
But you do the business. And you're done. And then you go out. And there, standing outside the door, is a very stern, angry looking person. What are you using that toilet for? It's for disabled people. And he follows you around, calling you disabled. Saying you're not disabled, you can't use that toilet. You can't park there, that's a disabled spot.
You like
my mountain?
Your mountain is
disabled justice warriors. No, disabled justice warriors. You know the people who they see someone park a car in a disabled spot. They've got to investigate the car, make sure it is a disabled one, make sure they've got their disabled sticker on, or if someone just comes out of the disabled toilet, they harass them. Like, how dare you use that toilet? It's for disabled people.
To be fair, have you ever seen one of the scumbag people who park in the disabled spots? They
Doesn't
are
matter.
assholes.
You don't know that they're disabled.
Oh,
Like
they
that's
are
the
the
point.
worst.
Like these people, and oftentimes, like my friend, come out of the disabled bathroom, and this guy's like, "Oh, you can't use that," and he just kind of ignored him and kept walking. He like followed him.
Yeah.
Like, you can't use that toilet. He's like, "Mate," and rolls his leg up, and he's got a fake leg.
Oh.
And he's got his leg removed, and he's like, "Oh, sorry." It's like, it doesn't matter. Even if he had the missing leg or whatever, it doesn't matter. You don't know what someone's disability is. They don't have to be,
fair,
missing a head and show off that they're disabled.
if he's convincing enough that he doesn't need, like,
It
what
doesn't
is
matter.
this dude
It's none
without
of,
a leg?
It's none of
Okay,
the other person's business.
Let me.
It's none of the disabled justice warriors' business.
I need to.
They're not saving anyone. They're just being a nuisance. And I use disabled toilets all the time.
Jeremy, listen
There's
to me.
so much roomier.
If there is someone who walks into the what is a guy with a fake leg who's walking out normally? What does he need a disabled toilet for?
Doesn't matter. He's disabled.
Okay. What about the person
he has a disabled pass.
What about the disabled person in a wheelchair who pisses himself because old mate with a fake leg is having a ball?
He should have been quicker.
Well, yeah, he
It
should.
doesn't matter. If they're not waiting outside for ages, what if another disabled person's using it? Then they have to wait for them. It's still, you got to wait for someone to use the toilet. It doesn't matter if their person in there is disabled or not. You still got to wait.
Okay. All right. So did you know that most people who piss out in public is females?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Because the lines are so bloody long.
Yeah.
So if disabled
Well,
people
not just that. They also
would just go and piss
are
themselves.
likely to be incontinent. What?
Well, yeah. All that birth giving.
Yeah, but the problem is the people who are they'll harass people who they don't know if they're disabled or not.
You know what? I
They'll
kind
just
of
harass them immediately. They're not disabled themselves. They may know a disabled person.
Yeah.
They just get so self-righteous about it.
I'm kind of on your
what good
side.
is that?
I'm kind of on your side.
Yeah, they're jerk. They're the worst people in the world.
But at the same
They're
time,
worse. They are worse than the jerks who just park in disabled spots. The people who harass those people are worse than the people who do that.
what if it's disabled people who just had to walk a kilometer because they were disabled?
Sucks to be them.
Walk a kilometer on their hands because they're disabled, of course.
Yeah.
So they're handstand walking, and then they get to this person, and they're like, "Hey, you took the disabled park," and they're like, "Tough luck, dickhead."
I feel like, well, that's a different. Like, the difference
so
there
they're
is
allowed to.
disabled people maybe are allowed to, but not even. No, because they don't know. They just look at the person who got out of the car normal, and they just think, oh, he must be healthy. He might have like half a lung, you know? You don't know.
So is that...
He might have issues that prevent him from walking any further.
Okay, so it's about...
Like when...
judging someone before you know the truth.
Yeah. And there's why would you get mad about someone before you know the truth as well?
Well, don't get angry about it until you learn.
They do that though.
Well, yeah, they do.
Get angry before they know for sure.
So is it the people who get angry before they know, or the people who get angry after they know?
No, it's people who get angry before. That's why they're disabled justice warriors. They're just people who get mad before they even have any evidence of anything.
Yeah, that's assuming hate for no reason.
Yeah, and even if they say, oh, I see you are disabled. It's like, yeah, thanks for standing up for me in case someone else took the spot. I don't care.
My apologies.
Go away.
Yeah,
Piss off. Never do that again. You wanker.
Or
I will disable you.
I'll give you a reason to park there.
Yeah.
Okay. Look.
Well, that's my manton. Disabled justice warriors.
Oh, it's so dumb. Okay. All right. It's dumb. No, I get it. I just... like, if it's before you know the truth, but also, who gives a fuck?
I've never been harassed by one when coming out of a disabled toilet, but I've always wanted to because I always use them.
Do you?
Always. Yeah. Have you ever used them?
Yeah, of course I've used one.
They're lovely. They're like roomy and spacious. You don't have like this 10-foot gap beneath the stall that people can peep into. You're just in this nice little room all alone.
See, I don't mind the toilets. Where you
Speaking of toilets.
What?
You know how there's the issue, like, the people debate all the time now with the toilets and gender-neutral toilets.
Yeah.
And where trans people can pee and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I have a solution.
Oh, my God. What?
To cure toilets. And to cure whatever. Who cares? All their problems. Anyway.
Genocide.
Instead of having a male bathroom and a female bathroom, or a gender-neutral bathroom, you just have a urinal bathroom and a stall bathroom. So there's all the stalls and cubicles and stuff in one side, urinals on the other. It's like walls and walls of urinals in one room, and then nice little cubicles on the other side for pooping and for being a lady and sitting to pee.
I'm not going to lie. I don't like pee troughs.
Yeah, so you don't have to use the pee trough side. You can just go to the cubicle side.
So
I love peeing in the troughs.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, you can just, if you are a cubicle loser, you can go into the cubicle. If you're a trough man.
Why do you love a trough? Tell me.
They're fun and they're so quick. You just walk up, sit down, pee, out you go. You don't have to worry about where you're aiming. You know.
Piss on a wall. I find
you can
there's
have
a lot of
drink and walk
splashback.
at your phone and doing this stuff. You're peeing weird into you're peeing weird into them if there's a lot of splashback.
Maybe I just don't have like a big, long.
Oh, maybe you're standing too close.
Maybe
you've got to like arc it up over.
So you got to piss at other
over
people.
the person in front of you. Can you imagine that though? Just wall to wall, troughs on every wall except for the hand wash station, of course.
Is there such a thing as like piss stream shame?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that a thing? I don't have the
Probably.
biggest, strongest stream. I'm always really ashamed. I'm a bit ashamed of that. And
hang on a minute.
Your cockatoos.
Vera wants something. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, so piss stream shamers, probably a thing. Probably should be. They should probably be a thing.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
See, this solves everyone's problem.
What?
Because my toilet solution. Because the problem with gender-neutral toilets is that women have to walk into a bathroom and see a bunch of guys lined up pissing against the wall, which they don't want to see. Which is why the urinal thing, everyone who wants to go and stand peeing, you know, a girl might have one of those she pee things and she can pee in the urinals.
Well, yeah, but the idea is then she is a sex offender looking at guys' doodles.
No, she isn't. She's just standing there peeing.
The idea is that genitals get you in trouble. So if you're looking at someone...
It doesn't matter.
Well, look...
Because a guy could do that too. It doesn't matter. It's all the same.
Yes.
So who cares? That's why we have the urinals for the people who don't care, and the cubicles for people who are scaredy cat crybabies.
So the sook bathrooms and the real bathrooms.
Yeah.
I'll go sook bathroom, thank you.
Yeah, you can go sook bathroom, and that's fine. You can do that. That's why this solution is perfect for people like you who don't want to stand up and pee. You can just go into the cubicle one.
Okay.
You don't have to be a woman. You don't have to be trans. You don't have to look like anything. You just go in there because you want to do a poo, or you want to sit to pee, or you just want to pee in a cubicle. That's fine.
You know I don't like public toilets anyway, so...
Yeah, I know. So you wouldn't be in any of these anyway.
Well,
so it doesn't matter.
No, but I'll go to a cubicle before I go to a pee trough because...
I want to get a pee trough at home.
Well, it reminds me more of home when I'm at a cubicle.
Hang on a minute.
All right, we're going to have to... This is the funniest because you had to not cut and you're going to have to cut so much of this.
I know.
So
a ton of
funny.
editing to do.
So funny. Okay, well...
All right.
Oh, you just look for the gaps, I guess, and then you just cut and move and you're good. All right, I'm going into my next mountain then. Okay. So this mountain, very simple. It's the people who have so much going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know those people? The people who are just too busy for general life things. So
everyone in existence?
But yeah, the people who can't function when they have so much going on.
Yeah.
Like
you?
Well, sometimes.
I think...
No, because I function. I write lists and stuff. That's my way of dealing with things. I like...
Yeah.
In fact, I wrote a 10-year plan yesterday, and I break it up by 12 months, 5 years, 10 years. Right? It's like...
Oh, man. Is it in like 6 years, 6-year plan, kick Opie out of home?
No.
That should be on the list because he'll be 18.
Yeah, but I like him. I like that one.
Yeah, but...
And not at 18. No, it's like... It's like little things like... Well, there's a bunch of things. So I put it into specific goals. So what did I do? I'll bring it up. Okay.
What has this to do with your mountain?
It has everything to do with it. Okay. So I put it into personal goals, life goals, financial goals, career goals. So like all the things in your life that are beneficial and not beneficial. So you put it together, build it up.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So the people who have so much going on are the people who generally don't sit and write these lists or organize their lives, don't prioritize the important things, and when the little things need to be done, they don't. Which then the little things add to big things add to more big things, and then all of a sudden they're underneath this bloody mountain of issues.
Yeah.
Leading to burnout.
Do those people exist?
Yeah.
I've never met one.
I've got
2
that I know of right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, I've had to take jobs off one person because I relied on them for some things, but there's just so much going on that they can't dedicate the time to do the thing that they said that they were going to do. And that, like, to me, I don't necessarily care, but I also put it out to say, hey, it looks like you've got so much going on. Maybe put this on hold and come back to it. Or maybe put it on hold, I'll take it elsewhere, and then when you're ready, I'll come back.
People taking on more than they really know how to handle.
Yeah, yep.
Because everyone has a lot on. Everyone is so busy all the time. But yeah, they don't organize it, or they don't know how to organize it, but they keep piling more on. Yes,
and that is a major issue. So often I'm constantly like, I got to get this thing done. So, today I actually sent a message saying, it sounds like you're a bit busy and I'm really impatient, so I'm going to take this back, but let me know when you're ready. I'd had this conversation earlier in the month, and I was promised, no, things should be fine. I should be able to get to it. The thing is, when I first passed this stuff over to this person, it was January. And now we're hitting May, and I'm like, nah, sorry. That's 5 months that, like...
You're off the case.
A little bit of work has been done, but not to the extent that I wanted it to be. So, it's no hard feelings. It's just, you're not working at my pace. But it comes down to people who have so much going on.
Yeah.
Yep, they can't prioritize, and it sucks, and I get upset with it.
Yeah. It makes it hard for themselves and everyone else who's relying on them.
Yes. So...
Stupid mountain, though.
Well, if you have too much going on, it means that maybe delegate, pass things over, maybe Don't take on extra shit. Maybe accept, hey, I need a bit of help. Or look up ways to manage your life. Write those 10-year plans. Work out that structure on what you want. Because a lot of the time, the people who are struggling with these monotonous tasks are the people who are dealing with like crazy anxiety and depression that can't actually think past now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Give me a mountain.
All right. Well.
Okay.
That was a stupid mountain. This one, I'm going to call canontism.
Canontism.
Canontism. It's the kind of, and I suffer from this, and it's a problem, and it makes it hard to enjoy a lot of things.
Okay.
So, canontism is when you're kind of obsessed with what is or isn't canon when it comes to a show or a movie or a franchise or anything. So, like,
okay,
you know, some movies might, like, for example, I don't know, there's a lot of examples, but like Mad Max. There's Mad Max 1, Mad Max 2, and then Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. But the newest one, Mad Max Fury Road,
such a good movie,
makes Beyond Thunderdome not canon anymore. So you can watch it if you like, but it didn't really happen. But the thing is, it's all stories. None of this stuff really happened, but I find it so much harder to watch a show if I know it's not canon. It's not considered something that really happened in this universe.
Kind of like Dragon Ball Z, and then Dragon Ball GT came out.
Dragon Ball GT.
Yeah.
That's not canon anymore.
Not canon. It was just a
so hard to watch.
Yeah.
It was cool. It had a lot of cool moments in it. Like, it was weird, but it was cool. And, like, I can't watch that now because, like, that's not canon. Yeah, that didn't really happen to the Dragon Ball Z guys. Like, what is that? So what is that way of thinking? It's so dumb. But
the one
I
exception,
suffer from that.
The one exception that because I kind of agree. Like, if it's an offshoot of something, like, depending on what it is, because, you know, like, it can be a different time frame. But one specific one, the one specific one that I think of, that's the exception, and they did it so well, was Link's Awakening for Zelda. Because they made it a weird dream that he had. They didn't make it...
Yeah.
You know,
that's not canon. Link really had that dream.
And Breath of the Wild, it's obviously canon in a sense, but the way that they did it kind of feeds out a different way. They had so many different angles on that, though.
Yeah, Zelda canon's weird.
Yeah.
Every Zelda game is canon, except for the weird ones they made for the... I can't remember what console, but there's some weird Zelda games out there that are on a non-Nintendo console. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know why I suffer from this. I'd rather just be like, yeah, cool, that's a fun thing. Like there's like some Star Wars stuff that isn't canon now. Like some of the books when Disney bought it, they're like, okay, all those books not canon. like okay.
Well, but it's all the same universe. That was the idea with Star Wars, because they've got they released.
No, but they're like, that's not canon anymore. These things didn't really happen, and when things break canon, like they kind of ruin older movies, because in the newer movie they said something different that changed the course of what happened in the previous movie. Like the old movie doesn't make sense
like
anymore.
It cuts the time frame in half. When
or it does. Yeah, it places somewhere else in the universe that they shouldn't have been, or whatever.
Again, the same thing happened with Dragon Ball Z going into Dragon Ball Super, because technically they cut out the whole Buu saga.
No, they didn't.
They cut out something.
Nope.
No, because Goten was back as a little kid.
They cut out what happened, because it's set directly after Z. But before
before the last
was born.
Yeah, that's so technically the last few episodes didn't happen, which means that
Yeah. Well,
you know,
they might not have didn't happen. They might happen later. Although then why is Goku weaker? I don't know. Who cares? And that's a problem I have trying to connect these canonical things, or like being bothered when the canon isn't right. It doesn't matter. That's why canonism, which is what I suffer from, is a mountain. And I'm sure a lot of other people out there are like that. Like, but that doesn't make sense because the show earlier said this. Or, you know.
Well, I suppose it's like, what was it? True Detectives, the series. Like, I think each series is a different set of people. It's the same sort of show. I actually only watched the first series, but it was really good. But then I've heard the second series was pretty good, and the third season was like, whoa! But it was
But that's not really canon breaking.
well,
Like the canon is
it kind of
and stuff.
is, because you go for season 2 of the same show, you assume you're going to go for season 2 with these characters on a new crazy adventure. But
it's still canon in that the same things are happening in that universe. Whatever's carrying on in that world.
Oh, so you're saying it breaks the timeline?
It might break the timeline. It breaks, and it's not just things that break timelines
like
or whatever. It's not just stuff that breaks canon.
Development.
It's stuff. It's stuff that the creators decide later. Actually, that's not canon anymore.
Oh no, that's dumb.
Or
You
they'll
can't change
decanonize
canon.
movies, and that happens a lot with a lot of things. Or they'll reboot a universe just to be like, well, that stuff's canon for that universe, but we're going to do a new thing, so none of that stuff
You can't
matters.
break canon.
None of that is canon for this. No, well, like a lot of comic books do.
Yeah, okay, I get it. So just pretend this didn't happen, and now this happened. Although they kind of do that, so they do that a lot with DC, but what they do as a way to get away from that is multiverse.
Yeah, multiverse.
So good. So
But
good.
it just means everything's canon effectively. Didn't like someone's weird internet fan fiction Spider-Man drawing end up in the the newest Spider-Verse movie?
Oh, I don't know, but I guarantee I can't wait for that new one.
Something about that, which would imply that every fan fiction written about Spider-Man is technically in the Spider-Man universe, because it says the multiverse, infinite
Rusty's
possibilities.
Golden Spider-Man.
Golden Spider-Man exists. It's Spider-Man canon because someone came up with it, and that's how Spider-Man works.
Oh my god!
That would be a fun way to do canon, in that everything that uses his character is canon, just in a different universe.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
But
that's fun. And that makes everything watchable because you're like, it's all canon. And you can read fan fiction. I don't like fan fiction at all.
I don't.
Mostly because it's not canon. Like, why am I reading this story by someone who didn't create the franchise?
At the same time, sometimes you see it and you're like, oh, that's cool. Did you see that Dragon Ball Z
probably
animated
very cool
thing?
Fan fiction.
The Dragon Ball Z animated thing where they made Goku like this big fire monkey thing. That, like, if they made a series of that, I would watch that.
That was the coolest animation.
It was so sick. And only 10 minutes and you're like, God, I would lose it if they did that. The coolest animation style as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked incredible. And the way they made Goku and Vegeta look was just awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
so good.
I loved every second of that. And that's fan fiction. And I don't know why, and I would gladly watch that, and I don't know why.
Right. And even, like, some of the things that they did was, like, that's not canon. It doesn't work. But the fact of how good that animation was and everything else to do with it, I was like, oh, I would so watch a series of that. Anyway, we said we're going to go a short ep, and we're on 55 minutes.
Yeah, we had many breaks. You've got to go pick up a kid soon. And one other thing. Oh, yeah. No, never mind. Also, one thing about fan fiction that is bad.
Yeah.
We have 50 Shades of Grey because of fan fiction.
That first... Oh, really?
Yeah, it came from... Someone was doing Twilight fan fiction. And people got really into it. And they basically rewrote their fan fiction into their own characters and made their own books. The people get really into fan fiction. Like, they'll read a lot of Harry Potter fan fiction. I'm like, why are you reading? JK didn't come up with that. This is just nonsense.
Harry
didn't really happen to these made-up characters.
Harry wasn't really in Hogwarts. He just got a disorder, and he's still in the cupboard. Oh,
we all
Harold.
have to be in agreement what did or didn't happen to these imaginary characters, and we generally follow the creator. It's just so dumb. It's a weird way of saying it. It's insane.
No, the comic
None of
stuff
this is
the comic stuff is the best to come out though when they do the multiverse stuff, like how they made.
But that's different. That's not. I'm not talking about that. I'm mostly talking about as a person not being able to handle things that aren't canon, because the comic book stuff, they make it canon. They make it work. They find a way to squeeze it in, so it's now canon. Because
like when Batman's. Like instead of Batman's parents dying, they kill Bruce, and then the dad becomes Batman, but he's like, whoa, real badass.
That wasn't canon breaking because that was the Flash going into a different universe, like a different multiverse.
He messed up the timeline, and then
that wasn't canon breaking at all. That was just the Flash,
sick.
messing with time and being in a crazy universe. It's not.
I love it.
Got anything to do with. And that's fine. That's really cool, and that is canon
because it did happen part of in the story.
Universe.
Yeah,
he corrected it in the end.
I get it. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to vote on these mountains, you can do so by going on to r/mountain or molehill on Reddit, and just vote up.
Vote up canontism. It's awful. If you suffer from canontism, vote it up. It's a problem we all suffer.
And if you're a procrastinator and don't do anything constructive with your life, then downvote. Oh, Jeremy, stop it. Vote down my other one, which was I'm just so busy right now.
That was a lame one.
Oh yeah, it was dumb.
Wait, you word that for me, because I got to write that. People who have so much going on is what I wrote.
Hold on. I have so much going on. So dumb.
And we are those people this week. We're recording last minute. This episode comes out tomorrow morning.
Jeremy, you went to Melbourne during the week.
Yeah, we've got so much going on. We could have recorded before
we still made it happen.
Yeah, but it's still so much going on. What are you calling your mountain? People who have so much going on.
Yeah, I guess so.
People who just have so much going on.
Yeah.
There we go. That sounds like them.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, Hungries.
We're dads.
Done.
Okay, I'm going to stop this. I've got to upload.